definitely picked up myself a few things this year.
And we are live. Welcome to the latest episode of Shop Talk with a Redneck. And I am your host, AC, aka Triple R from Redneck Reviews. I am here with DFS. DFS, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm DFS. I usually hang out on other people's stuff and tell them how cool they are, and I really appreciate the community for all the excellent reviews and things they put together. I try not to miss Tales for Teletran. That was one of my favorites. And
We appreciate that. Having a loyal fan is always appreciated. So,
yeah, I definitely appreciate all the humor you guys put into everything. Yeah,
well,
that's
I'm
all
the
about me,
dry.
really.
I'm the dry one of the bunch.
Oh man, oh no, I find you pretty hilarious.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, you think you're dry, but no, your humor is pretty good.
I'm the sarcastic asshole of the bunch, although saying that, considering we're all a bunch of sarcastic assholes, isn't saying a whole lot.
Oh yeah, yeah, of course.
But yeah, I just lost my train of thought.
Oh yeah, so
um,
today what we're gonna be talking about.
yeah, we're going to be talking about gift giving. It is that season. Today is Black Friday for a lot of people, and I was out in that. That was actually not as bad as it has been. Um, I have to give it to the
Really?
people at Walmart. They did a spot on job. Um, but shopping for family and friends or them trying to shop for us as collectors can be a challenge because they don't know what we like or what we have. And yeah, I'm usually so out of touch with my family on what they're into that finding stuff for them it can be difficult.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
change the lighting here a little bit. There we go. Now I can see myself.
For me, like personally, I like to make a lot of the gifts that I give on Christmas. So like my mother usually gets something that I make from cordage, like from yucca, and my father and my stepfather usually get like some arrowheads that I make them. Um,
That's really cool.
yeah, but like my grandmother, I always try to hit up the antique stores and try to find some of them Fenton, they call it carnival glass, those like decorative candy dishes. They look
Yeah.
all bubbly and colorful. And I really love those too. So finding those for my grandma is always fun.
Yeah, and it gives you something to connect with on that level, which is really
Yeah,
cool.
so yeah, my favorite spot to shop for presents is actually shopgoodwill.com, the auction site. I could always find something on there, whether it be jewelry or which is what I got a lady friend this year was some opal jewelry. Oh man, we love opal. But yeah, that's I don't know. When I go to the store, my family is always like, "Oh, just get us gift cards," and I'm like, I always find it so impersonal just to buy somebody a gift card. But yeah, connecting with them on that personal level is always the hardest challenge.
Yeah, for myself, and if any of my friends or family are listening, gift cards for me are very good gifts.
Huh?
Two thumbs up. I will not look a gift card in the mouth.
Don't
But
look a gift
boom.
horse.
In this case, gift card.
Yeah,
Even if it's from I don't know, IHOP. I don't care. I
y'all
like
good.
IHOP.
All right. Yeah, yeah, that's good. I don't know. I like all the little places around town. Um, So if I do get somebody like a gift card, I'll find them like a weird restaurant where they'll have to go there.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'll see if they like it or not, you know. And that way I
That
can.
that that I can. I like to try different foods. My palate is very, what's the word? Adventurous. That's
Oh
the
yeah.
word. But my wife, not so much when it
No.
comes to food. She is kind of apprehensive about trying new things.
What about does she like Himalayan or Indian food?
She's never tried it. Getting her to try it would be difficult.
There's not a lot of. I mean, they don't have a lot of meat dishes, but everything that the ingredients and the spices and the effort they put into the food is just amazing.
Whereas I grew up, yeah, I'm a redneck. My dad, I grew up going to hunting clubs, potluck dinners, which included things like rattlesnake and raccoon, as the occasional rare item, but deer of just about any type you can think of, and wild boar, uh, bear meat from time to time, elk, moose. I've had pretty much all of it. Rabbit.
Nice. Yeah, my
I
mom's a
mean,
hunter. She usually gets venison maybe once or twice a year, and then we'll make like tacos. And oh man, I love venison. It's just so good.
yeah, there's a lot of good recipes for venison. And for those that don't know, venison is the technical term for deer meat,
Yeah.
which
And
can
I've
be
had the rattlesnake.
whitetail or mule deer. Or it's all venison. It's all deer.
Yeah,
Technically, even elk is venison.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
The over here we just got mule deers.
yeah.
Yeah, they're
I'm
good.
from Georgia, so all we got is whitetail.
Oh, nice.
The
Yeah,
largest member of the deer family is the moose.
the moose. Okay.
Yep.
But we don't really like when I think of a deer. Like the biggest one I think of is like whitetail, and I never even like think of moose.
A mule deer is actually bigger than a whitetail.
Is it really?
Yep.
Oh, I know the antlers are really dense on the mule deer when we get them out here. That's what I
Yeah.
use to chip the arrowheads. The rattlesnake out here pretty good. If I ever
Rattlesnake can be good eating. Oddly enough, they say it's cliche, and I sound kind of cliche saying it, but it does taste like chicken. It's got the texture of catfish, but it tastes like chicken.
Oh yeah. I,
It's got an odd flavor and texture combination.
every now and then I'll be able to convince one of my buddies to go out and get one with me, and I take them to like a really shady spot in the middle of the thicket, and I see them shaking in their booties, and and I go, "It's all right. We got shovels. We're gonna get this thing's head off real quick. You know, we got a cooler with ice. We're gonna throw it on real quick. So we're gonna get home, cook this
Yeah,
bad
that's
boy."
something you don't want to sit. That's definitely you want to get that one on ice real fast
The
because
I hear
reptile will spoil quickly.
you guys got a good crawfish out there.
No, not up here. You go down South Georgia and then head toward Mississippi and Louisiana. That's where you get the good crawfish,
Ah,
or as they call them in Louisiana, mud bugs.
mud bugs.
Mud bugs. They call them mud bugs.
Oh man, that doesn't sound
Oddly enough,
appetizing.
um, what we've got places we can get them. Um, I've been to a few. Well, I've been to two crawfish boils, and they were really good. My
Yeah,
wife can't eat them anymore.
over here
It's one of the
in
things that she
Southern
grew up on that
California.
she can't eat anymore. It's
Oh
like,
yeah,
that's sad.
yeah,
It breaks my heart.
yeah. Too much mud bug. Yeah, most of our crawfish places over here are I can't think. Probably it's some. They're usually Asian descent. I'm here in Southern California, and a lot of people don't want to eat the crawfish. Except some of our other more ethnic populations, they really love them. But I don't know. I eat anything. My uncle made sure of that he.
Eat it before it eats you.
Yeah, my uncle he'd be like, "Oh, I'm gonna babysit you guys tonight. We're gonna eat sushi." And I'd be like, "Sushi? I don't know about that." And now it's like, "Oh man, I love sushi. Oh my god."
Sushi is awesome.
The sashimi. Oh man, I love that stuff too.
Same. I can't even get my wife to try that. She's like, oh nope. She'll eat sushi, at least rolls. She'll eat rolls of different
Uh,
types, but she will not eat um sashimi, and she will not. She can't eat the regular sushi.
just the texture probably is kind of
It's
strange.
the size. It's just it's too big.
Oh, too big. Yeah, yeah. I know when I was growing up, all the textures of the foods would always throw me off at first. I'd be like, "Oh man, this is kind of weird in my mouth," and I like get queasy. But no, not anymore. But yeah, I don't know. Other Christmas presents that I like to get people. I'm trying to think. Um, I know I was dropping hints with my lady friend the other day. We were watching a Mandalorian, and I still haven't found one of these guys on the shelf, man. Yeah, I guess I really like that show. I mean, I didn't really like too much of the new movies, but I kind of like that show a lot.
That show has actually brought back a lot of the old fans. The,
Oh
the the fans of the original movies and the prequel trilogy. The sequel trilogy kind of pushed a lot of us away.
yeah, it was
But
Bobby who told me, like, hey, give it a shot, So then, sure enough, yeah, I really, really love it. Really good. I don't want to spoil anything for anybody. I was one of those kids with a pre. I like the prequel trilogy. When I was growing up, but when it came to episode 3, it was just too much dialogue, and I started fading out. But the prequels themselves, I liked them so much I wouldn't watch any previews. If I went to the movies, I just closed my eyes and plugged my ears, so I didn't get any previews. That's how I am with things like with leaks with the Transformers toys. Oh man, I don't. I'll look at them and I'll regret it. I'll be like, oh
mhm. Right now, I'm chomping at the bit, waiting for trying to find Bumblebee, the Netflix Bumblebee, and Alita One, and that entire second wave of the Netflix, and
no. Yeah.
especially that Soundwave. That Soundwave is gorgeous, and I
Oh,
also collect He-Man,
oh yeah, yeah.
and
He-Man.
and we're so overloaded with Wave One around here that I don't see us getting Wave Two.
Uh,
It's in stores like everywhere except here, and I'm like,
oh man.
God damn, where's it going? They need to come to Georgia, please. I want that Scarecrow. I want that Trap Jaw.
Yeah. I remember. Well, I was a kid. I went to go visit some cousins for Christmas, and they lived in Vegas, and my cousin, he pulled out two toys from the closet. One of them was a Mitten Box Battle Cat, and the other one was a Mitten Box Viper, the motorcycle that transforms in the back. I can't remember the name of that thing. It's like red. Oh, I can't. No, it one of them mask toys. Mask Viper. That's what it was. The mask. And uh, like one of us cutting out a little.
Yeah, I think you were cutting out.
So yeah, when I seen a Battle Cat on, when I seen the Battle Cat on the shelf, I just had to buy it.
Yeah, that Battle Cat looks sweet.
Yeah, I just keep them in a box because the box looks really close to what I'd seen my uncle and my cousin had shown me as a kid. And I was like, oh no, I need to keep them like
that. The figures themselves are phenomenal, super articulated for their size, and they. What's really weird is where is my Strider? Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Here's my vintage Strider, right? This is my vintage Strider. It's got a little bit of paint wear, but it's from like 1984, 83, whatever. So it's kind of to be expected. This is well, it's the body from the He-Man. I'm using its leftovers from a custom. Getting Skeletor's head.
Which one is your favorite Triple R of all the He-Man characters?
Faker.
Oh, Faker? Oh yeah. Did you see that? Is it Mondo Toys did like a 12-inch Faker? Oh,
I believe it is. Yes.
Looks so good.
Oh, yeah. They fit perfectly.
Nice. Yeah, they
in the vintage. Right. I mean, they're the same size class as the old vintage figures. So I'm like, oh god.
Me and my brother were always obsessed with Grizzlord. I don't know why. Just the hairiness of that figure made us laugh every time we looked at it. So it was like kind of like a huge novelty to have that.
Oddly enough, I've actually figured out how to do a custom Grizzlord.
All right, yeah.
And as soon as I can get a vintage Grizzlord to cut up, I'm going to do that.
Yeah, that's what we ended up doing. Like when we got into high school, we were like, "Oh, we miss Grizzlord," and we're like, "Oh, buy another one." We got a vintage on eBay. Yeah, oh man, I don't know what it is with Grizzlord. There's a little bit of silliness in him, I guess. I didn't remember the show very much.
I've been watching it on what is it? Amazon.
Yeah.
Amazon Prime has got all the episodes, both He-Man and She-Ra, except the specials. Oddly enough, I went to go watch the Christmas special this morning before we went to go to Black Friday shopping, and I had to watch it on YouTube.
Was it like maybe the Christmas specials were sponsored by a certain network or something, so they don't have it?
They're on. You can get them on He-Man Official. And I guess because it's on He-Man Official and it's a special, they haven't released it to go onto Amazon right now. It's you can find a listing for it, but it says it's not available at this time. You know how Amazon is.
Yeah,
they probably haven't got the licensing, the royalties things situated with it. Personally, I would think it would fall into the normal contract, but apparently they disagree. So
Huh.
it is what it is.
Well, you're gonna nickel and dime them. I need to get to the Walmart and see if I could find any of the new Netflix figures. I didn't realize that they were out already. I'm not, I
I
missed
saw a
out.
display for them today, but there was no figures there. They were gone.
Really? Did they have any in inventory or did they sold out?
Oh, I don't know if they had Netflix figures in inventory, but they were way worn. But I
Oh,
saw the cardboard display end cap thing
uh-oh.
hanging up, and instead they had an RC, an Airwave, and a smoke screen, and then some of the Cyberverse Deluxe figures.
Oh, okay. Did you
That
get all of
display.
Wave 2?
I need I need the Alicon and Airwave.
Oh man, Alicon. I'm playing with him right now actually. I really like him. I didn't think I was gonna like him. And then, even when I initially was playing with him, I didn't really like him. And I don't know. For some reason, he just grew on me a lot. The leg articulation is really cool. And the rubbery parts, actually really like that. For some reason.
Yeah,
It, it makes
I've
it.
heard that. I mean, I've heard people dogging on that RC, and I actually like it.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I skipped RC, but I really, really want Lifeline and Elita 1.
I want a couple of Lifelines and Alita One because Lifeline is also a generic Paradron medic. I mean, if you watch that episode of the old G1 season 3, um, there's a bunch of them.
Uh, yeah,
Lifeline is just one of them, and
I'm just
they all look
following along.
identical.
I'm following along with you guys on Tales for Teletran on the G1 because I was a little kid. I was born '85, so I don't really
Oh yeah,
remember
you
any of
were
this
you
stuff.
you missed season 1 altogether, and you were an infant
Oh
during
yeah.
season 2.
So the Alicon actually reminded me of the Headmaster squeeze I got when I was a kid, and I loved squeeze play a lot. And I was still too little to even figure out how to get him into robot mode, but I started growing into him, and then I realized that the headmaster stored in that little compartment behind like where his back is, I think it was.
Yeah, I
and
think it
then
was in his back.
I ended up just growing into the Transformers more and more as I got older. My 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 mom and my grandma were really successful toy hunters back then. They would get me and my brother all the Star Coms, and I had so much GI Joe it was ridiculous.
I like Starcom. I really did like Starcom. I like the bad guys from Starcom.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I had 2 parasites and the vampire,
Ah yeah, yeah. I have the vampire.
and I don't remember what it was. I don't remember what it was called. It was the little tank thing. I had the bigger one, the medium sized tank that had the treads that would lift it up when you did the feature, and it would expand out. And then I had the little box crate looking one that would come
Yeah,
that you could drop out of the vampire.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
I
had, I
love
had
those.
almost all the bad guy things. None of the good guys. All the bad
No,
guys.
really. I had more good guys than bad guys. The I loved all the drop ships. I loved that refueling truck that had that like white fuel container in the back. You could swap it out for the other containers.
I think I
Just so
remember
much
that one.
fun. Yeah, and then there was the good guy. It was like a triangular spaceship thing. I can't remember the name of it, but that it had like a storage, and you put the crate in the back, and then you push the button and be like, and fall out. That was really great. The all the magnetic stuff was just so much fun for me.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
I yeah,
I like that. That's what I liked about that line. First I got into He-Man because it came out in '82. Um, yeah, I was probably into Star Wars first because it was out in the '70s, and
did you have the vintage toys back then?
yes,
Ah,
and then I got into He-Man in '82, and then GI Joe in '83.
nice.
Still into He-Man at the time. Um, then I saw Faker, and that was just I couldn't not have Faker. Faker was just awesome. An evil blue skinned He Man. That was just as a kid, that was just the shit.
Yeah, when I was
And he's been my
looking,
favorite Motu character ever since. And my first Transformer was Wheeljack, and he
oh
is to
okay,
date still my favorite Autobot. Um,
huh.
even though I'm a truck driver and technically Optimus Prime should be my favorite Autobot, but he was for a long time, other than Wheeljack.
Yeah, I think Optimus was my favorite for a long time.
And then I was introduced to Nemesis Prime, and I have to say, Nemesis Prime surpassed Optimus as my favorite character.
Oh man, yeah, I don't know. Now I'm just like really hesitant on Optimus Primes for some reason. Like I,
That Earthrise Optimus is probably the best mainline Optimus Prime I've seen in a long time.
yeah, I've come
He
so
has
close
a
to
pretty cool,
finding.
especially that voice, that Scatman Crothers voice. You just can't beat that voice for jazz.
Nice, yeah. The I think when I was a kid, the only Transformers I really had was Squeeze Play, um, the Autobot clones, and I had a few
Fast
Micromasters.
Lane and Cloudraker.
Yeah, those guys were so cool when I was growing up. I don't know, I loved playing with them, and I don't, and they're not like a traditional Transformer by any means, but for me they were always something really special. Same with Squeeze Play, not really a traditional Transformer.
Those Headmasters, I always loved the Headmasters, which is why I like Power of the Prime so much.
I had that.
Everybody is dogging on it, but it's stupid. Well, I
No,
like it.
I had that Micromaster. He's like he's yellow, and he came with a crane trailer that had little outriggers. Oh, I can't remember his name.
um,
I remember just
Erector.
he like my imagination would just be so full when I'd play with that thing. Like when I was a kid, I was convinced he was part of a combiner team. I don't know. I had like a crazy imagination. Uh, yeah, I'd always want more Transformers. So when G2 came around, I got a few more. Was it a Dreadwing? I think I had. Did he
Yeah,
come out during? Yeah, he came out during G2. Uh,
Dreadwing and Smokescreen.
but Um, I didn't really start collecting Transformers until Beast Wars. Because like I don't know, even my dad would harp on Beast Wars. He'd be like, "Man, what is this? Like these are just animal." Like, he had cars and stuff in here. I'm like, "I don't care, Dad. This is freaking awesome. I love playing with these." And no, I still love the Beast Wars for some reason.
Because Beast Wars is cool. The story is awesome. I met Venus Terzo and David Kay.
Really?
Yeah,
So
but
I started.
2016.
Huh. I went to like Comic Con when I was growing up, and they'd have like a Hasbro panel. I have really vivid memories of when Beast Machines came out, and there was the Hasbro panel, and there was like this reception from all the fans. It was so negative. They the first comment out of someone's mouth was, like the Transformers and the toys are supposed to be like one and the same. Your characters aren't designed in a way to be able to accommodate the engineering of a toy. And the creators were just like, no, 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 we got that. We got that under wraps. Don't you worry. And
Um,
people,
which which series was coming out at this time?
the Beast Machines. Not, yeah, Beast Machines.
Yeah, I mean, you just imagine what they were saying when animated came out.
Oh yeah, I was out of the collecting thing during that time. It's like Rid 2001 came out, and I had already had a Superfire Convoy that I ordered from like Big Bad Toy Store. I think it was called Comics Planet back then, and I had the God Magnus figure, and I was so stoked about Rid 2001, especially because of those the well, yeah, I guess they were MicroMasters that came out in that line.
Spy
Uh,
Changers, I think, is what it was.
Spy Changers. Yeah, and then so I was really stoked about that line, and the cartoon wasn't that bad in my opinion. But then Armada came out, and I really liked the art style, and I liked where it was going. But I got my hands on Hot Shot, and oh man, I was like, what are they doing? It's so gimmick packed. At the time, I couldn't appreciate gimmicks, and now I look
I
back.
still don't.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of gimmicks.
I look back now on the Optimus from Armada and the gimmick of the auto transformation, and now I really like the novelty of it. But at the time, I couldn't appreciate it at all, and was getting shamed a lot by my folks about my collecting at the time. So I kind of just dropped everything. I ended up selling my whole collection at that time.
No,
Yeah, so I had to go back about a year ago and buy a Superfire Convoy and some of the guys I really, really missed, like some of my Beast
I
Wars.
got most of my collection was stolen. I had some stuff from Power of the Primes, um, and a few things left from Titan's Return.
Oh,
Um, but most of my stuff, including my convention figures, were all stolen when our we had a storage shed that, due to surgery and an illness, I wasn't able to keep the payments up on it. I got
oh,
behind, and the week before I was going to make the payment and get it caught up, they repoed the thing,
oh no,
and I was just getting back to work,
oh no.
so I couldn't take time off to go get my stuff. I was leaving when my son called me and told me they're there to pick it up. I couldn't like tell work, look, hey, look, I got to turn around and go get my stuff. I get back from over the road and it's gone.
Oh
All
no.
of our stuff, our Christmas decorations, family photos. Like, who steals family photos, right?
No kidding.
What kind of sick bastard steals family photos? You got to be a special kind of human garbage to do that.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah,
Um,
those illnesses and things that we encounter in our lives, um, there's other baggages that get attached to them, and we find ourselves kind of like in a cloud. And when we starting to feel better, we start, being able to see through and see what's really important. But by then, sometimes it's too late.
yeah,
And so it's one
but
of them life those life lessons we always try to learn, but we always get bitten by.
but yeah, I was out on the road doing my thing. By the time I got back, everything's stolen, and with it, all my collection. And I'm like, Jesus. Now what I'm gonna do? So
Yeah,
fast forward a couple of years. I kind of give it up for a couple of years. Fast forward a couple of years, and Siege is coming out. I had kept an eye on everything,
uh-huh.
but I had avoided getting Siege, right?
Yeah.
And then what is it? Wave 3, I think it was, with the reflector
Oh yeah.
comes out, and I'm like, if I can find 3 of those, I might start collecting again because I got to make the camera, right? I find 2, and then I finally find that third one
Yeah.
between 2 different stores, and I'm like, oh, I've got to get them. I can't not get them now. I just won't. I got the camera, a complete camera.
Heck yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. I think you guys all got me into Siege for sure. Looking at the reviews and things. Um, I was looking at a lot of third party stuff and just not pulling the trigger on anything. And then I saw how cool the Siege aesthetic was, or War for Cybertron in totality, just really great. And just the little compromises that they make on the molds just don't bother me at all. Um, I look at like Scorponok and I'm like, oh, he's freaking perfect. I don't want to touch him.
I
I
want
look,
that Scorponok. I do want that Scorponok. I've got Fort Max over there that still needs his labels.
oh,
Um, and I want him to pit him up against Scorponok so bad.
did you get the labels from Toy Hack?
No, I'm just the basic labels that come with him.
Oh, okay. I didn't know he came with a label set. You which version do you have?
The U.S. release.
Oh, okay. The newer one.
Yeah, the Fort Max Titans Return Fort
Oh,
Max from U.S. release. Yeah, he
yeah.
came with his own set of labels, and so
Yeah.
did Tripticon.
You have Tripticon?
Yes,
Oh man, I wish I found that one at Ross.
I got
Now,
it at Ollie's.
oh okay.
Well, actually, I got it from an employee of Ollie's that had bought it for her grandson, and she bought 2, one for each of her grandsons. So they each got the same size and value present, but the one grandson isn't in the Transformers. So she's like, "What am I going to do now?" And
Oh,
I came in looking for one, and they didn't have any more. And she's like, "Well, meet me after work, and I'll go get it from the house and bring it back." And she charged me just what she paid for it. She just wanted her money back.
excellent.
So I'm like, "Hell yeah, can't complain
Yeah,
about
I've been
that."
pretty lucky finding some of the stuff I missed out on at Ross. Let's see. Right now, what I collect the most, Diaclone reboot.
Diclone, you said?
Yeah, the reboot of the Diaclone. I've been pretty hot on all those releases. Um, I have like the big powered and Gigantor and I just got the two. I got two of the Waldorf Soldier types, and I really enjoy those things. But playing with them, I kind of I don't let myself play with them very often because
I
they're
didn't
kind
play
of
that
like
break that
treasures.
stuff. It's so expensive.
It's so expensive, but that the quality is definitely there on those products. It's amazing how much effort they put into the quality, and then the
Oh, they have
packaging.
to. I mean, for the prices that are wanting for it after import to the U.S., I would be afraid to touch the things.
Yeah, I love the Triverse line that they got going on with the interchangeability, and then so the Triverse is the Tri-Dasher, uh, Tri-Digger, Tri-Rambler, and Tri-Jetter. And then the VMAX Battle Convoy is coming out too. He's like a adapter between the Triverse and the first generation of technology of the new reboot line. But they also have like these figures called Verse Risers, and they're the little powered suits that are supposed to be like recovery units for the mechs. So like you could imagine one of the cores gets blown up, and then you can swap out the core for the uh, Verse Riser, and then the Verse Riser components are usually something to help recover a mech unit and upgrade its weaponry. So just playing with them is just a blast with all the combinations and everything. But those
That
little,
is the best of Lego and Transformers rolled into one.
oh yeah, I definitely feel pretty special for having them. You go just to, I look at
Like,
them every day.
that's why I like the weaponizers and modulators. It's like Legos mixed with Transformers.
Oh yeah, well I love Micromasters so much that I have them all still in the box, and I'm waiting for the rainiest of rainy days where I'm just gonna open them all up and open up all of the base modulators at the same time. So it's like I love looking at those micro. So when I was a
Yeah,
kid,
I've got Ironworks over there with Iron Tread standing on him
ah,
in base mode.
all right, yeah.
Huh?
I'm waiting on a restock of the Grease Pit and the Hot House from BBTS.
Yeah, I am too.
Man, I really want those two, but I have Ironworks and I have Airwave in the box, and there they are. Just staring at me, waiting for that rainy day.
I'm not trying to look distracted, but I've kind of lost something. I
What'd
was
you lose?
fixing with my RC.
Yeah, yeah. Uh-oh, you lost the blast? No, no, it was the antenna you lost.
Yeah, it fell off as I was fixing with it, and I can't find it.
Oh no. Well, you're gonna find the dog gonna find it first.
You know, the dog don't get into my office.
Hey, get out of here! Get out of here!
Yeah, they don't come in here. I've
I only
got
got
three
these
dogs.
cats to worry about. Three of them?
Yeah, I've got a blue healer. Um, she is she's starting to get old now, but she is spoiled and set in her ways. And then I've got a terrier mix and a chihuahua.
Ah, cool.
The terrier mix terrorizes the chihuahua. It's funny as hell.
Yeah, the little dogs always, they're always picking on the big dogs.
The jelly, which is the the Chihuahua. He used to mess with Rocky all the time, and Rocky got his name because just like Rocky Balboa, he may be the underdog, but he's scrappy and he ain't giving up, right?
No, he ain't giving up.
He doesn't know the meaning of the word. He doesn't even know give up exists.
Oh man. Yeah, I only got two little cats. Well, one of my cats is probably like 4 years old now, and the other one's like probably two. I don't know. I don't know how old they are. And you know, one of them just walked in the house one day, and he jumped on my lap when he was like, I don't know, like a fist size little thing. And so I said, all right, you're good. You can hang out here. And the other cat didn't care, so he just been
Yeah,
around ever since.
cats are weird that way. They can get along or not get along, and I don't know. They're just weird.
Yeah, they're strange. And
I
then
had
yeah,
I had one cat that claimed me as his human, and he was a Turkish Angora, and I'm not sure if you're familiar with the breed,
no, no.
but basically they're the long hair that was almost bred into extinction, creating every other type of long hair breed cat,
Okay.
like the Himalayan and so forth and so on. But he he got sick and passed away a while back, several years ago. But when I went up to visit my grandmother, he would walk through the house. My wife stayed home, and I went with my dad up to see my grandmother.
Uh-huh.
And he would walk through our apartment crying, going from room to room, trying to find me,
Oh
and
yeah.
would not stop until my wife got me on the phone, put me on speaker, and let me talk to this cat.
Oh man. Oh man.
He would get up on my shoulder and just sit there thinking he's a freaking parrot.
Yeah, I got a cat like that one. Yeah, one of my cats, the little black one that came in one day, he does a little parrot thing too. Yeah, he's little nuts. They're little jealous freaks too. One of them comes over here, and the other one will try to swat the other one away.
But
They're little lovers.
when I got him, my wife, we had just moved down to town that the previous town that we lived in when I got him, and he was at Walmart. These teenagers were trying to give him away. He was the last one. He was black, so nobody wanted him. And
Oh yeah, yeah.
they told me that if I didn't take him, it was late at night. And that, as they said, if I didn't take him, that they were going to take him home and kill him. Well, he went home with me that night, and I was driving, and I was driving, and he rode in my lap the entire way home. And every day after that, he sat in my lap. He wasn't old enough to be away from his mother, right?
Oh yeah.
And our house was cold, and it was wintertime. It was right before Christmas. I think we were doing Christmas shopping when we saw him, actually. And so he's sitting there with me, and our house is cold as crap, so I have to take him. He has to sleep with us in the bed under the covers, because otherwise he's going to freeze. Because he was just a little bitty hairball, you know. And
Yeah, my cats love that dog pile action in the middle of the night.
And after that, he thought he had to sleep in the bed with us all the time. He would climb up in my lap or crawl. It was difficult to get him out of the habit of literally crawling up my leg
Oh yeah.
because he got in that habit as a baby, and he took me as a surrogate mother, I guess, in effect, because he couldn't function without me there.
Oh, poor little guy. But yeah, I have my little black cat was kind of the same. He he was living outside. He was feral, and he wasn't just too small to be away from his mom. He ended up getting into my garage one day, and I heard him yowling in there, and so I went to go get him out. He wouldn't come out. He was so scared. So I had my brother kind of like go on the other side of the garage, and he ran under my motorcycle and into my arms, and he cried and cried. And I said, "Oh, hold on, you're gonna go to your mom." So I put him down, and mom was like 6 feet away, looking at me like, "What are you doing?" And I put him down. He ran over his mom, and then a couple days later, ma got eaten by a coyote. The next day, brother got eaten
Mm.
by a coyote, and he ended up getting that um, like an emphysema kind of infection. And he was on the porch with the other stray cats, and he remembered me from the garage incident. So he just came straight in the house, jumped in my lap, right in front of the heater, and he just loved it. He was like, "I'm here. This is my home now."
I'm
And
here. You ain't getting rid of me. You can kiss my ass.
yeah, yeah, he's a funky one. He's a funky one. Them cats definitely have personalities. They're just harder to get to know than the dog.
And I don't know. Some dogs are kind of hard to get to know too.
Oh yeah, yeah. Some are pains in the butts.
Yes. A, a Rocky is demanding. He has a demanding little shit. He wants attention, and you're going to give it to him, by God.
Yeah, I was a dog
Whether you
trainer
want to or
growing up.
not, you're going to give it to him.
I was part of the 4-H club when I was growing up. So one of the main things I did was dog care and training, and I seen all kinds of crazy dogs. Like I had a dog, it was a cocker spaniel, and I taught him to sit, stay, heel. He'd listen really well, but when it came to going to the dog shows for obedience, I tell him to sit down, he'd start slouching. I tell him to lay down, he'd roll over. And I say, all right, well, he did what I told him to do. I'm not gonna like push this any further. Like I don't care what the judge thinks. My dog is laying down. My dog is sitting down. Like that's good enough for me. I ain't gonna like. It's a dog. Get over it, guys.
Yeah,
The judges,
but they,
they ain't really see.
Rocky has got the attention span of a gnat, so teaching him tricks is kind of difficult other than fetch. He does fetch very well, except he doesn't want to give the ball back.
Yeah.
And his
Well, I
favorite
got a cat
toy,
that plays fetch.
that was Arcanus. That cat, you could teach all kinds of stuff. He
What was his
was
name?
smart as Arcanus. My Turkish
Arcanus.
Angora, his name was Arcanus, which is from Dungeons and Dragons. Arcanus is draconic for magic.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah, my
his
uncle was a
name
D&D,
was
or still is a
Dragon
D&D
Word.
master. Oh, cool. Nice. Yeah, I have one cat. The name is Pick Wickety. I got that from that book. What's it? Extraordinary Popular Delusions and the Madness of Crowds. It was like this old book written in the 1850s, where there was like historical revisionism. The first book about historical revisionism, and there's these imps. There's witch hunters. They were like con artists back in the day, and they'd like convince families that their daughters were, I don't know, possessed by some kind of imp. And one of the imps' names was Pickwickety. I kind of like that name. I gave him that name. My other one's name is Zepatotec. Zepatotec is the Aztec god of spring. He's like this. It's when the priest wears the flayed skin of another enemy tribe, like wearing another guy's or another girl's skin on top of his body, and that's when he becomes that god of the spring. So I thought that was a gruesome enough name because his fur is just so this beautiful silver color. So I figured, yeah, he fits the bill. Yeah, Nate. So are you waiting on any Transformers right now, or
Um, I
you
got
got
a few
anything on
things.
order?
I got a few things in my pile of loot. That I'm letting sit.
Ah,
I'm waiting on Nemesis Prime to actually get to BBTS, and I guess it's their second shipment, whatever. I don't know. Um, and I'm waiting on the Amazon packs to
oh
come
yeah,
in.
yeah, yeah.
I'm
I
really looking
ordered the
forward to those.
I ordered them clones, and it's like they said they were gonna ship in February on that order ticket. So I just canceled it and then reordered it. Now it says it's gonna ship in a week or two. So I'm hoping I get those clones because it's a little bit of a throwback to the ones that I had as a child.
I got the Decepticon clones. I need the Autobot clones.
Yeah, them Autobot clones are kind of cool. Yeah, I have the Decepticon clones too.
I've got Cloud Raker from the Autobot clones.
Oh, the original?
No, the one that came out in Power of the Primes, the
Oh,
Walgreens exclusive from that 2-pack.
oh,
I've got that one, but I don't have the other one. And because I never could get the other one because it was in a damn 5-pack that was an internet exclusive, and uh, Hasbro said pretty much, screw you, we're not going to tell you it's going to be an internet exclusive until it's too late for you to find it. And then all of a sudden, hey, it's sold out, but it was here.
so
Gee, thing.
have things gotten better with that in the recent years?
They announce it better now, I
Oh,
think. But being a truck driver, it's always hard to keep track when you're over the road. I wasn't over the road. I'm not over the road anymore. But it was difficult to keep track because you can't really pay attention while you're driving.
oh yeah, yeah.
And at the time, it's not like I had any friends saying, hey, look, this is for sale now.
Oh,
Better go get it real quick before it sells out.
that's why I'm grateful of the Discord and you and all y'all because you always keep me up to date on. This is available right now. You better jump on that, or this is coming out. Oh, you found it.
Come on, casual.
That's small too.
This right here.
Oh no, you didn't find it. That's the mini Optimus that comes with the Centurion pack, right?
Yep. You know what the best part about this is? Putting
Ah,
it in Earthrise Prime's hands, so Optimus is playing with himself.
oh man. I got a picture for you. It's I got what is it? What's her name? Azalea, and she's holding all these little Diaclones like they're dolls. She's got them in her arms. I'll put them on the Discord photography thing. It's a cute picture that I took.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, I love taking the photos, um, but I always get like kind of like a perfectionist kind of thing, or I have to have some kind of vision in my head for my photo before I take it. And I go, okay, now
Yeah,
I'm ready to take a photo.
I that's why I haven't been able to get into the. I was doing this thing. What is it? Um, truck bots there for a while, and I need to get back to doing that. But I'm trying to get this office organized, and every time I take one off the shelf to go into truck bots, it never gets back in the right place, and it just it adds to the, because right now with it as messed up as it is, I'm having to wait until I get all of this reorganized and my shelves redone before I start taking them off one at a time.
Oh yeah.
Because otherwise, I'm never going to get I'm never going to get done with this.
When I was getting back into the Transformers, like I have kind of like a I don't know if it was impatience or some kind of anxiety when it came to um, memorizing the transformations for all my toys, and I'd like transform them once or twice and like put them aside and enjoy them, like just staring at them. And then, but now I've gone back to like every single one of my transformers that I've acquired and just like master the transformations, and it feels really good. Uh, Turning them all into bot mode and all back into car mode all together.
I like taking. I, I can't think of a figure that I've had to use the instructions for a while.
Oh,
No, I can't think of one.
I have a
I take
couple
that
of
back.
EMPs.
Devastator. That Titan class Devastator. I had to go back and make sure I was doing it right. But it turned out I didn't need the instructions. I was doing it right, but it just felt like I was doing it wrong.
Oh yeah. For me, like I have a few MPs. Like I have the MP Lio Convoy, and oh man, I'm still like having anxiety just looking at him, seeing all that painted white on the white. Like, oh, if I scratch the white on the white, I'm seeing the world right there. And then I have a MP Optimus Primal too. Same thing. Some of those painted textures on the like its fur. Oh god, it's like I have one little scratch on his head.
The MPs that I want are like, let's see, Road Rage,
Oh yeah.
Black Arachnia, that
Oh, I have
RC,
that one.
the Black Arachnia or the RC.
The Black Arachnia, but I got the KO. But I paid like $44 on eBay for it, and I was like, let's chance this out, and it turns out it's pretty good. Like they put pins through the spider leg articulation so they don't fall apart all the time, and
Oh, that's
that was the
good.
only thing. Yeah, that was the only thing I really see different about her.
But let's see what else. I do believe that's it
On the
for
MPs.
MP.
Yeah, for me
Yeah,
it's
the
just
MP Finbots.
yeah, it's just for me it's just those Beast Wars MPs that I got.
The only ones I want is the Finbots. That's because I'm obsessed with Finbots.
Oh
And
yeah,
oddly enough, in Kingdom, the Finbots are the only ones I wanted the beasts.
oh yeah. Well, I got two of those Azalea figures because I bought it and I transformed it once, and I immediately jumped on the computer and bought another one. I was like, oh my god, I gotta have like a spare if this thing ever breaks because I really love the alt mode so much on that Azalea figure. I'm definitely an
It
alt
does
mode.
look really good.
Like
Yeah, it does look really good.
most of my bots are in alt mode on my shelf. I'd say like 80 to 90% of them. Not in bot mode, in alt mode. Alt mode.
All of mine are in bot mode except for Ironworks.
Ah, yeah. I have maybe let's see. Mm, uh,
I take that back. A couple of them are in limb mode or
limb.
torso mode.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
The combiners are combined together. So,
Oh,
and I've
of
got
course.
Jetfire sitting on my shelf as a Skyfire. I call him by his original G1 cartoon name. because he looks like the cartoon character on my Decepticon shelf with the Decepticon symbol visible. And
Oh,
he is the same size as Devastator.
holy cow! So so Skyfire is what they call him in the cartoon,
Right.
and then Jetfire is the Macross toy.
Yes. Jetfire is every iteration of that character outside of the original G1 cartoon.
Ah, how big is the Skyfire? Like the Siege one, like compared to a leader class.
Oh, well, the modern leader is the same size as a Voyager, just with extra stuff. So, I'm going to compare him to a Combiner Wars standard combiner.
Oh,
If you have Starscream, like Power of the Prime Starscream, in combined mode with upgraded hands and feet,
oh,
Jetfire is just a little bit taller at eye level than that Starscream.
oh man.
And we find out why Starscream upgraded himself to a combiner. He couldn't stand anybody being that much taller than him. His ego is just that big.
Yeah, I mean, when I was a kid, I really liked the way that he looks, and I think I still like the way that Starscream looks. But his ego and everything, for some reason, it just bothers me so much. I just don't have any of his toys.
Seekers are a special, I hold a special place in my heart. I am a Seeker nut job. If you watched the show quite a few times, you probably already know that. I currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 Seekers.
Holy cow! Nice. Yeah, I think
And I'm working on more.
I'm more like the
And
Carbot
that's
dude.
only with 2 molds. That's with 2 molds.
Which
That's
two?
the Earthrise mold and the Siege mold. And
Oh, this,
mine share of them are Siege.
so you have a Red Wing then, right?
Yes,
Oh
I
wow,
have.
cool.
I have Red Wing, Hot Link, Skywarp, Starscream, Thundercracker,
Oh,
Acid Storm, Ion Storm, and Nova Storm. I have all the official releases of that mold right now.
excellent. Yeah, that's badass.
On top of that, I have a custom Nacelle, a custom original character named Contrail, another custom original character, which is my favorite, that was painted by Input actually, named Stormwind. This is an OC character that I've had for, probably 20 years.
Nice.
He was a character I created for a role playing game.
Hmm.
And he is capable of creating storms to such an intensity that the winds from those storms will ground every other flyer and except him. Personality wise, when he's not in combat, he can be kind of brooding and standoffish and morose and dark, but he's calm. In combat, he basically becomes a berserker and will strike his own guys just as much as he'll strike the enemy. So don't get in his way.
Yeah, I came up with a custom character maybe a few weeks ago that I liked the Netflix Mirage character a lot, even though he's kind of like just blocky. So I added some more splotches to him, and I turned his gun like into like a spray gun, and I call him Decepticon Facade. And I kind of imagine him as being um, the reason why we have plot holes and the reason why some of our characters look so funny sometimes. Because he'll go in there and he'll like repaint things, or he'll change the scene, and people won't ever suspect that it was Facade because he's gone before the battle even takes place. So he's like one of them elusive, legendary kind of characters. That he'll never fight anybody. He just wants to mess with everybody.
Wow.
But yeah, that's Facade. I haven't come up with any new characters. I think I want to though. I want to get another um, Netflix Mirage and do a complete repaint on him and come up with another Decepticon car bot.
I use my Mirage, my Netflix Mirage, as Deluge.
Deluge. Oh, okay.
The G2, what is it, Aquabot or whatever.
Yeah.
They had the same alt mode and a similar color scheme. It's not the same, but it's close enough for my taste.
Yeah, I
And he
seen
was a Decepticon, so
it fits. It fits.
that
I
was my
seen.
thought process.
Have you seen that? What is it on the Toy Hacks? They have like a kit for the Netflix Mirage, like make him look like a different character too.
Yeah, I saw that. I love those sets. I wish I had. I wish I would actually get them to because they're so neat little sets.
Yeah.
I wish they would come up with one for the Seekers,
Oh yeah.
or two or three, four dozen.
Yeah, I like it when they do custom stuff. I ended up getting the Scorponok set for the Black Friday. It was like I got it at it was like 20% off.
I'm thinking about getting that Prime set right quick, but I just got Star Wars Squadrons today,
Oh, okay. Which one's
and
that?
huh?
What is that? Star Wars Squadron?
It's a game on PlayStation and Xbox,
Ah,
and probably computer.
is it like the old Tie Fighter game or what?
Kinda.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of like X-wing versus Tie Fighter,
Yeah. All
only
right.
more modern.
Nice.
And I love those old fighter combat sims. It was my favorite genre,
Yeah.
and then they just went away. Well, this kind of brings it back. And if you have the PlayStation version with the PlayStation VR, it literally puts you in the cockpit.
Oh, heck yeah. That's
I want
awesome.
that PlayStation VR rig so bad. I can taste it.
Shoot. Yeah, that sounds like fun. Yeah, I really liked the X-Wing versus Tie Fighter, and that was like kind of the era that I was getting into computing. My uncles, they just left a computer at my grandma's house, and it was just ran DOS. So when like um, Windows 3.1 came out, they threw us a couple floppy disks and told us to install them. That was like how I started getting into computers. Um, and now I don't
I
even
remember
do a lot of
Windows
computer
3.1.
stuff. Huh?
I remember Windows 3.1.
Yeah. Well, I was a little kid, and executing Doom through DOS. It was an experience because I'd have to check every closet in the house first to see if there was some kind of portal that opened up some kind of demons. I was so scared. And now I look back at those graphics and I'm like, oh my god, what was I thinking? I did have an imagination when I was a child.
Wolfenstein 3D.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I remember. I was too young to be playing it, but hell yeah, I played it. There's a Rise of the Triads.
Zombie Nazis. Go kill a bunch of zombie Nazis. Yay!
Of course.
Fun time for all. But when I got when I first started driving a truck, I got me a laptop. Now this was 2000. So I would pick up, in the truck by myself, just bored to tears. I'd pick up video games, computer games at Walmart or Kmart or whatever. And the ones I always gravitated toward were the combat sims and RTS games.
Oh, okay. Did you play?
StarCraft.
What was that? Did you like Command and Conquer series?
I didn't really care for Command and Conquer. I played one of them. I can't remember which, but the one I really liked was StarCraft and Warcraft.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I played some StarCraft for sure. Yeah.
And but I found this video game, Tacky on the Fringe.
Yeah.
Bruce Campbell voiced the main character. It was a space fighter sim. You were on a couple of different space stations throughout the course of the game. But then it had a divergent path where you either became a corporate pilot or a freedom fighter pilot with this main character. And one of the things I'll remember the most about it is because it was all PvE. It was all against the environment. You go on missions.
Oh yeah.
And it would when you'd enter cheat codes in, it's like Bruce Campbell's voice coming back. So you're going to make me a cheater, huh? I guess I'm a cheater now.
Oh God.
Oh yeah. So you're going to cheat.
That's funny. I gotta see this game now. I wrote it down so I could look it up.
Yeah, it's called Tacky on the Fringe. You have to have a like Windows 8 system to run it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm on
Windows 8,
7.
maybe up to XP.
Okay.
If you got anything newer than that, it's not going to run. Unless you got some kind of emulator that slows your processing down, it's just your computer's way too damn fast for it. But if you got an older system like that and you can get it up and running, I think some of the fans of the game have been trying to get the engine updated to where it'll actually run on newer machines.
Oh yeah.
But it's a pain in the butt. But it is a fun game. It is a very fun game. And they had these little, at the time they were like $7 or $8 games at Walmart. Now I don't even know what they cost. And all you find in them anymore is poker games, like a billion different types of poker.
Oh yeah.
I mean, how many different versions of poker do you need? I mean, honestly,
I remember
all of them.
that era. Yeah, I remember that era. You go into CompUSA and it was just like boxes of software everywhere.
Yeah, you can get like all kinds of different stuff, and it was just the disc and the sleeve, as all these games were, and there was a bunch of them that were flight sims, space combat sims, and I'm like, hell yeah, these are cool. So I like sci-fi, I like starfighters. Let's give them a shot, and I like Tacky on the Fringe. That was cool. I bought it because of Bruce Campbell, and I found out I like that type of game. So. And after that, it was over and done. That was the kind of game I wanted to play. And
have you tried any of them flight sims with the joystick?
Yeah. I, modern combat flight sims I don't like so much. Space combat flight sims I really like. I don't know why.
Yeah, those are fun.
Getting used to playing on the PlayStation in a space combat sim is taking some getting used to, because I'm used to using my mouse pad and key buttons to fire from my laptop. So now I'm having to use the PlayStation 4 controller, and I'm going all over that couch, turning the thing like I'm turning a yoke.
I used to do that a lot when I was a kid. Yeah, we were like, sit still, man. We go, oh, I can't. I'm having fun. Yeah, I haven't been playing games for a while now, but I play with toys like every day for sure. Oh yeah.
Well, you got to play with toys, otherwise you get you grow old and die.
Pretty much.
Yeah, but I promised my wife that I wouldn't be on here too late, so
yeah.
And we're getting close to that hour and a half mark, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up.
Yeah, it was great chatting with you.
Same here.
Yeah, you're a great guy to chat with. Love your content. I love Tales for Teletrans, and the community is great right now.
I appreciate that. We did not stay on topic at all. We got through that topic in 15 minutes, and then we just went into whatever it popped in our head.
Oh yeah.
But hey, that's part of the show, so I'm not going to complain. I actually had a blast, and I do appreciate you being on the show.
Yeah, you're definitely a funny guy on the show. You just don't know it.
Oh well, thank you.
Yeah. But yeah, take care, Triple R. Have a good night.
You do the same.